5 years have passed since the events of The Hobbit. We find ourselves in the Wilderland, or Rovanion, the region of Middle-earth east of the Misty Mountains and north of Gondor. It includes Lake Town, Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, and the newly rebuilt Dale, Rogospel and Woodsman Town, Thranduil's Hall, and the dark vastness of Mirkwood itself. Wilderland has a huge amount of territory and places familiar and strange to explore. The dragon Smaug is dead, slain by Bard the Bowman, and now King Bard of Dale. People all across the Wilderland are finding new hope for the future. Trade routes are reopening, and the free folk of the Wilderland are beginning to get to know the region once again. As players, we know that a time of great strife is just a generation away. But for now, this is a time of great exploration and discovery. A time to sally forth and in search of adventure. Hello everybody, and welcome to this special event of Adventures in Middle-earth.
Exciting.
I didn't know whether you were actually doing like a full thing now, but I'll show
Well, I thought I'd just
Exciting.
leave it out.
Because I'm too enthusiastic.
It's very weird being this end of the table.
It's very weird being at this end of the table.
I can imagine.
Do you find it weird being on that side of the table?
On the Christmas one shot, yes. Yeah.
So generally, we're just all finding it weird.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Today we find ourselves in a little bit of a changing setup as we are going to be playing a little one-shot in the realms of Middle-earth. And of course we have our intrepid players, which shall be introducing themselves as of now.
As characters or as players?
Do character, well, do player and then character.
Hello, I'm the bride and I'm playing Mike. No, wait, one way around. I'm Mike. Hello, I'm playing the bride. That's all you need to
I'm
know.
Henry and I'm playing the groom. No.
That's just your fantasy that you want to do, isn't it?
Only on the weekends.
If only you knew.
on.
I am Henry and I am playing Biran of the Mountains.
And I am Dean, and I am playing Belly. Not just because I've got a rather large one.
No comment, officer. And so yes, so this will be my first attempt at doing a bit of DMing, or as Middle-earth's format will be LMing, which is as a Loremaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, this is your first time ever.
I have ran this one shot,
Okay.
but probably when this one shot came out.
Sure.
So this is
Okay.
like many years ago.
For all intents and purposes, it's your first one.
So for all intents and purposes, throwing myself in the deep end in front of a camera.
Yay!
Yay!
Because why not?
Yeah.
I still think it should be Tolkinging.
Tolking, yes, yeah. I don't think I have that right, unfortunately.
I have the beard for it.
Yes, you do.
Oh, well, thanks.
But anyway,
we digress. We digress. Shall we get into the story?
Yeah.
love to.
King Bard has summoned adventurers to Lake Town to assist in the rebuild of his kingdom. Our characters are at the very beginning of their adventures, and each provide the motivations of set out on the road to heed King Bard's call to arms. They will be meeting for the first time in Woodsman Town. At the beginning of the quest, our heroes plan out their journey together as new friends. Chapter 1, Many Meetings. Our fellowship of would-be heroes meet at Woodsman Town, a small but thriving settlement under the gloomy eaves of Mirkwood. It is spring, and the town is waking from the winter. Men and women both drag rugs and blankets outside and beat the winter dust away. Knee-deep in ashes from the fires that kept burning all season long, it's cleared by the hearths, and the collection of firewood for next year begins. The town's safe refuge in a sea of dark and threatening woods. But slow-paced life among the woodsmen has made their heroes restless, and they're all keen to find travelling companions and head out into the wider world. So, you three find yourselves in the Woodsman town, and it is just the breaking of dawn. Woodsman town is relatively small, with only no more than 10 buildings, but it sits upon a grassy knoll where there is a belfry somewhat tower that you can see perched, and it seems to have a separate palisade around it. And as you sort of start to hear these sights and sounds, because it is near quite the river as well, the town itself springs to life almost like at the flick of a hat, as you will have both the woodsmen themselves, but there are also some fishermen starting to get their nets and such stuff ready. So you guys all wake up from the main hall, as that's the only place that has the resting site. What's the first thing you guys say?
Awkward silence, I think.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Yeah. Two companions. I'm sat at a chair.
Well, how do you find yourselves waking up? In what state do you find yourselves in? Let's start with that.
Sprawls across a roll, and there is a wolfhound like draped over me as well.
Does it look like a rug almost, or
Yeah.
does it clearly look like a large hound?
It looks like a shaggy bedroll on top of me and then underneath. Except it stinks.
Now, do they stink or do you stink?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I find myself sort of nestled away in a corner, trying to be unobtrusive to the room at large. Not necessarily hidden, but certainly not sort of announcing my presence. I'm just sort of taking stock of the people that are walking past and the others in the room, and just listening to the sounds of the town waking up outside.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And what about Baran?
My initial thought was he under a tree somewhere, snoozing away.
Okay, so you've decided that you didn't want to sleep in the hall, and you kind of wanted to sleep out of the town.
Yeah, just a man of the mountains in the wilderness, so more comfortable outside under the stars rather than inside a building of some sort.
Very nice, very nice. Away from the smell of the bride.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys obviously have just woken up, all dreary-eyed, and you start to hear the hustle and bustle of the town. Can you all roll me perception checks?
No.
13.
Also a 14.
13, a 14,
14.
Perception. Apparently I'm legally blind. 6.
a 6. But that makes sense. I think, Baran, because you have decided to sleep outside, away from the town, you do not see what is within the town yet, because you've not sort of seen the hustle and bustle. Okay, so Belly and the bride, you guys got the same similar-esque sort of scores. So what you guys see straight away by the entrance of the door is an old guide named Helva. She sits on the edge of the market green, and she's basically a veteran traveller. She's the one who welcomed you initially to sort of stay the night, and in order to sort of wait around and make sure the rest of the party are all gathered. She believes that there was one more person still to arrive, but they never showed up. And
Inconsiderate people, honestly.
Typical.
I know, honestly.
so yeah, basically, you also sort of start to hear the sort of small children running around, and some of the market stalls. I think the bride having a slightly higher result. Maybe it's just the allure of your hound. Maybe they've give me a perception from the hound, actually.
A perception from the hound.
Yeah.
Is this a hearing and smell test?
Yeah.
Very good.
Rolled a 10, rolled an 11.
Improvement.
Yeah, +5. 16.
16.
16.
Okay, so the hound seems to be the best one so far. I think straight away the hound then comes across an old shepherd having their certain smells of food, who basically is a shepherd who sells sort of dried mutton by the name of Odo.
The mutton's called Odo.
I was going to say the mutton called Odo.
The mutton itself is called Odo. And you can obviously hear him initially, and he's like, mutton for sale.
Did somebody say mutton?
The hound is sat at his feet, like looking up at him.
And he's salivating almost from the get-go.
Walk over.
Excellent. I mean, Bran, do you think that you're going to be walking into town?
I'm already there with the smell of mutton, mate. And just
So you have been awoken by at least the smell. I do apologise. I should have got you to do a smell test.
I woke up, saw the hustle and bustle, and was like, breakfast. And then
That's fair.
mutton.
Fair. I think as a seasoned traveller of the wild, you kind of can appreciate the fineries of knowing to stock up when you can. And so Odo turns to you and says, "Hello there. What can I do you for?"
Some of your finest mutton, please.
Ah, a man who knows what he wants. Well, I can sell you this large piece I have here. Is it for the road?
Little for now, lot for later.
Ah, okay. That's a morning start. Well, I could probably give you this for, say, 2 silver.
Can't find my money.
Can't hear the bomb.
That's agreeable.
Ah,
Don't know why I went slightly Scottish there.
It's on the way.
hope it's on the way there. Excellent. And he offers out his hand, and do you pay him the 2
Yeah,
silver?
I'll exchange the 2 silver for the rations of mutton.
The rations of mutton. Excellent. You sort of see to have this already nicely pre-wrapped for you. This is clearly a town that has a lot of people that come and go, and so they sort of appreciate the time and effort to be able to wrap and secure their fast food, as it were. And so you take the mutton, and
His surname McDonald.
his cousin Ronald.
Yeah.
And so you sort of look at the mutton, you kind of realise it's an average probably about 3 days worth of travel, or 1 day if you're really hungry. And so then we go then to the bride, and the bride, you come across a charcoal burner tradesman with a bundle of charcoal of various sizes, just general supplies for travelling wise, by the name of Ingund. And Ingund is there muttering to himself, and you can't quite work out what he's sort of saying. But he says, you hear about spiders.
How far away from him now?
You're probably about sort of 10 feet away.
Okay.
So he's not sort of as Odo as you heard straight away, sort of selling his wares. Ungund didn't really seem to sort of be outward. He's more of an internal.
I'm going to step into his personal space, like, and realise he can just stand and try and listen.
Okay.
Just behind him.
So give me a intelligence check.
No, that's an 8.
You sure?
An 8.
Has he got -1?
I do have a -1.
Okay.
I'm not a very smart lady.
Okay. And Belly, where are you when this is sort of occurring? Are you elsewhere? Or
I'm trying not to stand out, you know. I just want to take stock into what's going on and see if I can see any sort of leader figure, anyone who's sort of taken charge of the market or trying to make a deal that isn't a sort of a good deal, you know, trying to bully people into selling their stuff.
An honest merchant.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, you had a 13. Didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so Belly, you come across sort of a raggedy-haired woodcarver, and again, they seem to be somebody unlike Odo that seems to be quite quiet with themselves, and they're happily whittling away at this sort of carvitured item. You can't quite make out what it is.
Do they have any other items on shore?
They do seem to have a sort of a simple blanket with then just an array of like charms and like necklaces and even sort of like totems,
Right.
which I think yourself would probably
I was going
come
to say,
to know about.
Yeah, would I think my background would sort of suggest I know a little bit about this.
Yeah, I think you could have
coming along.
I think you could have a little appreciation for,
Yeah.
for the sort of craft. So I think maybe that's why he gets sort of drawn into you. But you come across a man called Barold, and he basically will ask you like, hello,
Well, no.
can I help you in any wares?
What you got? You got anything special, didn't you?
Well, I have wares for all occasions, really. What brings you here?
I'm just looking for something.
Looking for someone. Oh, okay. Perhaps I could. I think I know something.
All right.
And he has a little look on the his mat, and he says,
A gold ring with elven markings.
where some form of elvish.
Take it. It's
No,
cool.
he takes up this little talisman and he picks it up, and it's a simple diamond sort of shaped talisman, just on a piece of string, and it seems to just have a triangle with somewhat a little of a squiggly sort of line, essentially in the middle, and straight away you can sort of tell that it just clearly looks like a mountain,
Right.
or a little iconography of a mountain. And he says to you, "This is a little representation of finding one's home. So perhaps this could do you justice. I'm only selling these for 1 copper apiece.
All right.
I don't ask for much."
There's no
Is there anything sort of?
I know, yeah.
Is there anything about his manner that I would think is sort of underhanded? He's trying to give me this rather than anything else, trying to force this on me.
Okay,
or-
well, give me an insight check.
Insight.
And you can use either, you should have a characteristic stat for this, which is lore.
Okay. Not very good. That's a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, from the outset, he doesn't look like he's trying to underhand you,
Right.
and he seems sort of relatively simple as a salesman goes, but you don't really decipher much of anything else.
Just a copper, yes, you.
Just a copper, yes.
All right. I'll take that. And I hand him a copper.
Good. And he offers it to you.
Yeah.
And you take it.
Yeah. I'm just going to sort of take a piece of leather out of my pocket, attach it, in a rudimentary sort of crudish manner.
Yeah.
Put it round my neck and hide it in my jerkin.
Very nice. Well, I hope you have a good day, sir.
You too.
And perhaps I will see you again.
You never know.
Excellent.
All right. And with that, I'm just going to sort of wander off.
Keep it secret.
Yeah.
Keep it secret, keep it safe. All of the
That
puns,
wasn't auspicious at all.
all of the puns are going to have to try to be pushed down and away.
Watched the third edition, all 3 this week. That is a special moment.
Excellent. Love it. Okay, so with that sort of little introductions of the town.
I think I'm going to go and find the bride and just sort of
You shouldn't have to look hard.
bit of breakfast and just a bit of breakfast and do you know what I mean? Just sort of keep myself to myself.
Sounds good. Yeah. Barand, obviously you've only come into town for the mutton. Do you see? I think you obviously see these other travellers. At least from their wares, they look like travellers. Would you approach any of them?
I guess I could approach some. I feel like that might be a plot advancing thing to do. So, yeah, I'll walk up and. When you know how to get to Lake Town, why am I going Scottish? I don't know.
I think because I just did.
I thought you were Welsh.
No, I mean I can do Welsh if you prefer.
Should have
But,
got Welsh, tell you.
It's one shot, ladies and gentlemen. We can allow discrepancies.
would I know the way to Lake Town?
You know that it is north
Mhm.
of where you currently are, but other than that, currently you don't know the journey to take
Right.
per se.
In that case, I'm just going to look up and then up a bit more. You go north.
Why are you looking at my kilt?
I'm not. Why are you copying my accent?
There's a dog
Oh,
sat
it's
at your
him.
feet now. Because you've got mutton. It's just sat at your feet.
Who the hell is this?
It's the hound.
No name?
It's the hound.
Is the hound whimpering?
Yeah, it's sort of... It very clearly wants to be fed.
Should feed it.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, north you say.
Aye, you go north. Aye.
Just came that way. Fuck, no, I'm not going to swear on this. No, not going to swear.
So you came south then?
Yes.
Aye.
You had to make me think then, but yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, I did.
What are you looking to Lake Town for?
Loremaster, what am I doing to Lake Town for? That's all I had on the sheet.
So you guys are all here for the same reason. You have heard the call of King Bard, inciting that you are that he's basically looking for people to help rebuild the city of Dale, and of course, obviously Lake Town in part as well after the desolation of Smaug. And you're just basically wanting to get some coin, get some adventure. You might have your own private sort of little detail or reasons why you are here as well, but that's the general outset for why you're sort of here.
Yeah, to follow the proclamation of King Bard.
Fair enough.
To help with the I'd say reproduction. The rebuilding of Dale.
The reproduction.
Dale needs more people.
Make Dale great again.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not making that t-shirt.
No.
No.
Yeah.
What
that-
was the charcoal man muttering about?
Oh, yeah, you never got that, yeah.
Well, on a failed roll, you unfortunately didn't get to find out. All you had heard was mutterings about spiders, and you kind of got the general sense. Roll me an insight, and again, you can use lore as well.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
It's an 18.
It's an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that then, although you only hear the word spiders, you kind of get the sense that he does not like the general travel and bustle and hustle.
Right.
He is among the minority of people that tend to feel that since the destruction of the dragon, there are now too many people. And you get the sort of sense that he is very agitated at the fact that Mirkwood may perhaps be now infested with all sorts of things as a fallout from 5 years ago.
Right.
And so with that, we will then go to chapter 2.
Okay.
The journey begins. So with this, you guys are all going to be going on an embarkation, which is part of a little test of how your journey is going to set out. And with these, they come assigning roles within your group party, of which amongst yourselves, you can pick which one that you want to be. And I'll basically give you a breakdown of what they are now. So you essentially have assigning tasks. This is kind of a little bit how you probably heard this sort of thing in a lot of tabletop nowadays of like 5th edition, where people are trying to make travel interesting by having like one scout, one survivor.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's basically what this is going to be. So there is a guide who will be in charge of all decisions concerning the route whilst embarked.
We'll go left.
It's the hound.
The hound should as well, yeah.
You'll have the scout, who will be in charge of finding safe campsites and opening new trails.
I think that should be me.
And I should say the guide's proficiencies are sort of based upon the wisdom and survival, whether a scout is stealth and investigation.
Yeah, I should be a scout.
You then have a hunter who's in charge of finding food in the wild. Hunters use their survival skills to great effect. And then you have a lookout, in charge of keeping watch. Lookouts rely on their abilities of perception. Now, you can pick these roles more than once, but there can only be one guide.
There can be only one. I will Be the lookout.
I think I'll be the scout. I think that's probably for the best.
Okay, so that makes you going to be the guide.
Oh, okay. Does there have to be a
Do you
guide?
not want to be?
Well, what do you guys want to do as a party?
I was going to do the hunter survival get food thing.
Okay.
You can guide too if you want. I don't mind.
Can you? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
I mean, the
Makes
guide
sense.
is also survival, sort of, as well as sort of wisdom stuff. So if that's what you're sort of leaning towards, then
Do have a -1 to wisdom.
I will guide.
I mean, as well traversed travellers of
Yeah.
of various places.
I know
I
what
think
a road is.
I think you know what a
I like
road
to go
is.
down them.
Yeah. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to get the guide, which will be Mike, the bride, to roll 1d12.
Ooh. Thank you. That was quicker than
And what we're
I
going to do is you'll basically add a +1 to a certain roll from the totem that your party now has amongst
Okay.
themselves. So what score did you get?
I rolled a 3.
Rolled a 3. Okie dokie. So...
You lead us off a cliff.
Shortest D&D game ever.
We're in a new town, guys. It's called Woodcutter Town.
It's called Atlantis.
They like cutting quite a lot. Okay, so I have a little table here. And a solid 3. The company has a misfortune and have chosen a path on which fell creatures and evil men are more likely to be encountered. Depending upon their stature among the free peoples of Middle-earth, it is possible that they have come to the attention of agents of the enemy.
Oh, no.
As a result, they will need to work hard to avoid encounters as wish to do them harm. A brooding feeling of danger seems to pervade the sense of throughout this journey. And as if unseen eyes watch them every turn, modifying all results on the journey events table, which will be in a later segment. All modifiers in the table get a +1, and the first roll made for these encounters should be made at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, so when we get to the journey table, just make a note that you'll get a +1 to it, but you will be at disadvantage for it.
Okay.
This is very in keeping with the bride.
It
Very hates me.
seems to be that sort of way.
Yeah.
And with that, I believe we will have a short break.
Ooh.
Superb.
And we'll leave it there for the first half. So we'll see you soon. Hello again, and welcome back to the journey of Adventures of Middle-earth. Chapter 3. Along the Road. So, from the previous roll of the embarkation table, you guys are setting out at somewhat of a dreary pace, and find yourselves having...
I prefer the term cautious.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think, Belly, you are cautious
I
by
am.
nature. I think that we've sort of deciphered that you're quite reserved and you're not going to want to let out too much information too soon.
Not at all.
And Baran seems to be falling in front of his feet. But as we find ourselves on the road, as we're going to set out and travel, we do have Haver, who was one of the veteran travellers who you saw at the door of the hall, who kept an eye out, and she wishes you luck on your journey. And she just warns you that when you go, make sure that you don't go too deep into Mirkwood. There are things in there that we have had previous travellers go and not return. But if you should follow the eaves and perhaps the river if you find it, then that would be a wayward shout to where you need to go.
What do you mean, if we find it? The river not easy to follow.
Well, I don't know your travelling skill, sir. And from the result of some of these travellers not coming into contact or returning, it appears that it would seem harder than one might first think.
All right.
I'm sure we can find some water, right? It's not terribly difficult, is it?
I
Don't know.
From experience myself, no, I agree. But I can only warn you of this danger that seems to be ever present.
All
Do
right.
you know roughly which way this danger is so we can avoid it?
Well, I do happen to have this big map here.
And you were about to send us off without giving us this map.
Well, I'd seen you in the town.
It's just a road and a river and an X. There's no other detail on it.
You see her put away.
You're not going to send us.
She pulls out another pack. This map I have. And I'm going to hand you guys.
Oh, superb.
Just so you can have a rough little look and estimate.
It looks like Middle Earth to me.
It should do.
Not
or
sure
at
how well
least-
you
at least
saw that.
A part of it.
I'll take a high rise photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get the magic of camera or magic mic.
Movie magic laugh.
No.
Do I make it too hard and do I point in a general direction and say it will be here? And then
No.
No, where are we?
'Cause either-
Where are we on the map?
so you guys,
We're at Woodcutter Town,
you
right?
are yes at Woodcutter Town.
My eyes are not good.
You basically know that your next
This is Woodman Town.
yes
Yes, that's where we are.
yeah.
So we're here.
So you know that your general next sort of stop with travelling would be places like as Rossfell, and even some of the paths then that lead sort of towards into Mirkwood. But you
Yeah.
kind of basically know that you want to follow the river
Yeah.
as soon as you can
Where's-
find one.
Where's Lake Town? Is it from there? I would assume this is the Lonely Mountain.
That's terrible.
So-
That's the mountains of Mirkwood.
Is this not here? Is this not
Long
Town?
Lake. What's that here? Esgaroth. Elven Kingswold. It's not actually. Yeah, Dale is there.
Okay.
So Dale is obviously at the foot of the Lonely Mountain, which if I was a nerd I would know that.
Of course.
But yeah, we've got a bit of a way to go, but I think it's fairly taking the advice of Haver.
Hit the river. Go.
I think we
follow
hit the
it.
river and just follow that as best we can.
yeah.
Keeping the river to our right, so that we know that we're heading north.
There we go. I've got the map up now on on something I prepared earlier. To sort of help you
Peter.
sort of
Middle
find
Earth Blue Peter.
It's just a man called Peter that's blue.
Yeah.
Because it's Middle Earth, right? It's fantasy.
So yeah, head north with the river on our right hand side as best we can, so that we know that we're headed in the right direction.
basically.
Yeah.
And with that setting off, let's see if I can try and do it from here, and then you guys can keep the map, as it'd be a bit easier. Okay. So the general outset, you tend to find there will be multiple events that go along any journey, but you know as travellers from the map at least as well that this is only a few days at best to your next location to be able to ascertain either more information as well as the general surroundings. So what we will have now is something that is if I can find it there. There we go. So this is the journey table. So I would like
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
+1,
Or
right?
+1.
yeah. So you'll get a +1,
Yep.
but you will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
You'll tend to find that there'll be something called peril ratings, and peril ratings are regions of the world that you know to be more hazardous. Some of these are colour coded, some of them are just general cautions from your knowledge of the surrounding areas.
Cool.
So I need who's not had a roll yet. Let's go with Baran.
Okay.
Baran, I need you to roll a d20
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage,
Okay.
but you get +1.
Okay. Any other modifiers?
No.
Okay. Well, that's a 9 and a 10, so 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. Okay, so on your journey, you have a lingering memory of the times that have long passed.
I have a lingering memory of a time long past.
Does it hurt?
And it
Little
seems to echo. The company witnesses in the distance a travelling company of elves making their way
I've never seen it.
making their way towards the Grey Havens of the West.
Thought you were actually making your way downtown then.
They seem to be walking fast, but the elves are too far away for the player heroes to catch up with them, and the elves seem to meld away into mist. With good fortune and light heart, the company will be uplifted by this sight, for most people.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Sensing something hopeful for the future in this glimpse into the past. With poor fortune, the company will be filled with a sense of doom, seeing the decay of lost glory at the end of hope.
It's all a bit hopeless, really, isn't it?
Bloody
I'd
elves.
like you all to make a wisdom check.
Good lord.
Good. It's a very strong 5.
11.
That is an above average 14.
Ooh.
Okay. Who had the lowest?
Me, 5.
A 5.
Yep.
So the bride, you seem to have sort of pushed yourself to get to Lake Town as quickly as you wanted, for reasons unbeknown to possibly the others of the party. But in doing so, you've sort of strained yourself a little too far. So you will be
my
taking
husband.
1 level of exhaustion.
Oh no. 1 level exhaustion.
But due to the results of the rest of your party,
It's actually 5 and you die.
there will be a guide's roll for an arrival table, where you each have given him a +1 modifier for succeeding in the wisdom of not succumbing to the sense of doom, and at least appreciating the sight of possibly a time of a bygone era. Some more fresh than others, again in mind, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Damn pointy-eared princesses.
But with that, we get to chapter 4,
Ooh.
Ambush.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I wonder what happens next.
yeah.
Did we miss chapter 3?
No, that was chapter
That was
3.
chapter
I thought we were still on chapter 2.
No, chapter 2 was the planning stage. Chapter
Okay,
3
oh,
was the
right.
journey. Chapter 4 is an ambush.
Okay.
We're attacked by elves.
An ambush, Mr. Bond.
I was going to say attacked by a porky shrub.
Yeah.
So, after a few days of the road, having seen one of these wondrous sights and not much of anything else, you can see that the trees are relatively fresh from this sort of springtime, and the sun seems to bathe in the whole area with quite sort of abundance. You're starting to see maybe some sprouts of the local fauna, and you do hear along your journey is the trickling of water. So you know that you are heading on the right path. You may obviously resupply with your drinks and so forth.
We hear the trickling of water, it's just the dwarf taking a piss.
Why are you blaming me?
And then next to him is the hound doing the exact same thing. Two trees.
Probably smell the same as well. To be fair.
But as the day travel comes to an end, the sun sits behind large birch-like trees that run close to a path. You begin to catch sight of like ancient carved stone, and it seems to be in sort of. It almost looks like faces, but very sort of half broken and very worn down with age. and you kind of think that this may have been elven roads in the past. Again, Belly, you probably spit to the side in a bit of disgust.
Can I?
But I'd like to do a perception check.
I was going to say, can I take a little bit of a closer look at this? Because I actually have an ability called Stone Cunning. When I make an ability check related to the origin of stonework, I'm considered proficiency and double my proficiency bonus in that check.
Then roll away, sir.
Yes.
Then no.
So it does specifically say the history of the stonework. So I'll roll a history check if that's all right.
Yeah. We can do the history.
Yeah. I know nothing about this stonework.
It's elven.
Yeah, it's stone. My proficiency bonus is, I think, 2. I rolled a 6.
Proficiency is that?
Yeah. So proficiency. So I rolled a 6. So 8.
You rolled a 6.
Yeah.
But you get to double your
Oh, double my proficiency. So that's
4.
10.
So that's a 10.
Yeah.
That's lucky, isn't it?
That's a little bit better.
One might say it might just be the betterness that you may need. In a very sort of mangled English way.
Yeah.
On a successful check, then, you realise this giant carved head is basically an ancient mannish king with sort of the roots and moss of time that seem to have reclaimed it.
Right.
And basically, I'd like you to do, because you have succeeded, give me another perception check.
Perception check. Nope. That was a 5.
We doomed to die in mud.
We are going to die in Mirkwood.
Stranger Things all over again.
Well, that's fair. So you don't really see much, unfortunately.
Too enthralled with this mannish
other
king.
than this, yes, other than the sort of enthralling, and it seems to be a bit of a worthy note for you to stop and appreciate some of the stonework, at least. Anybody else sort of taking sight of this carved head, or are you guys just keeping yourselves to yourselves?
I'll have a look at it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
We could die.
Well, there is that.
So the bride's taking a look. Because you've got the hound with you, I'd like you to give me a shadow lore check.
Oh God, shadow lore. 13.
13.
13.
So upon looking at this carved head, and yeah, you're appreciating that this again is something that is from a time
That
lost.
is a head.
Actually, from a mannish king. I think you'll find out.
And it's not an elf,
Yeah.
which is why Porrybelly is appreciating it a little bit
stonework
more.
around the eyes, right? It's very indicative of the age.
But with a 13, you notice that the hound seems to be sniffing at something at the ground, and as you sort of traverse yourself following the hound around the head, you notice that seems to be tracks on the floor that are almost dog-like in the same sort of aspect of paw, but also of small, awkward-shaped feet.
There's a child and its dog around here somewhere.
All right.
That's what you perceive it to be, then that's what you perceive it to be.
Maybe. I'll look at the hound and say, Can you find it? Can you track? Go on.
So the hound,
Good boy.
let's do a roll then for the hound.
Which one?
It was already sort of keyed from the smell, so let's do one of its sort of little stronger checks of the smell and perception check.
Ooh, I'll get advantage on that because it's a dog.
It's not a dog, it's the
Very nice.
dog.
Yeah.
It is the dog, and it got a 22.
A 22.
It is the
Decent.
highest roll
It's
so far.
about time we had it
So
after
the dog shows you up royally.
Can I play as the dog with a pet, the bride?
Yeah, we'll have the bride as the pet.
Yeah.
We'll just change it around that way. But you basically follow the dog, the hound, and you sort of can see a clearing just in the distance. This is probably only about maybe about 50 feet away, sort of thing. So it's quite close in retrospect. And you suddenly start hearing like a splintering of wood and sort of like a screech clash of metal. And do you want to approach this sort of clearing to try and
Stealthily, yeah.
You want to do a stealth?
Definitely.
Leroy.
Stealth plan.
Okay. So
I want to try and stick. You said it's sort of coming to dusk, did you not?
Yeah.
I want to try and stick to the shadows. I'm getting my bow out, and I want to just look, because you don't know what goes on here.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna take the.
okay, well, give
axe.
me a stealth check.
Okay.
The bride, you wanted to do a stealth check as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the
Oh,
great
as well.
axe off my back.
And then Baran, I want you to do it at disadvantage for Leroy.
That was a 13.
So we got 13,
16.
That ain't,
16.
that ain't fair.
Joel
Sorry?
Hound.
No, that's all right.
That ain't fair.
Yeah. Lois is an 18.
Lois is an 18. Okay.
I rolled a 16 and 17, and I've got a +2. So yeah.
Okay, well, the dice tell tales.
They do. Dice tell the best stories.
So, as a group, you seem to have sort of kept your stealth and your presence unheeded. And as you creep to this clearing, you can hear more shouting starting to sort of come out. And you notice that as you come into this clearing, there is an adjacent clearing, and you can make out fighting from what seems to be orcs or goblins and 3 dwarves.
Are you in or around Nuneaton and looking for a place to roll dice, tap lands, or command armies on the tabletop? Then check out All Manner of Games, Nuneaton's friendliest tabletop gaming club. Whether you're into board games, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, D&D, or just want to try something new, we've got you covered. We meet every Wednesday from 7 till 10 PM and every Friday from 7 till 11 PM at Nuneaton United Reformed Church Hall. With an extensive revolving games library, tables for all your gaming needs, a well-stocked snack bar, and an incredible social community, it's all your tabletop needs in one place. Entry is just a $5 every week you join us, and your first visit is free. New players and veterans alike are welcome, so come along, make friends, and play more games. Find out more at www.allmannerofgames.co.uk, on social media at All Manner of Games, or on our community Discord. A link to this can be found on our website. All Manner of Games, where tabletop adventure begins.
Struggling to get the desired result with your scenery, basic or diorama? It's time to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. At Terrain Tutorials, his aim is to inspire you to take on new challenges, learn exciting new skills, and unlock your full potential. The tutorials will have hints, tips, and tricks to help you achieve your goal, and he'll always read and comment back. Join him and grow together and push yourselves to create something new. Find it on YouTube/@Terrain Tutorial.
So, as you go into this clearing, you see quite a large area, about 120 feet of space, with what seemed to have been a large oaken tree that has fallen from it appears to be natural causes over time, but it seems to only be a large section of the trunk that is left.
Right.
And in the clearing ahead of you, like I've said, you see this fight of 3 dwarfs and a load of goblins. But what you see in this clearing is 3 other goblins, and they've all seemed to have small shields and just badly shapen spears that they seem to have crafted themselves. But because of the successful stealth roll, they don't notice your presence. So you will get a surprise round.
Superb.
But first things first, I'd like to roll some initiatives.
Initiative. It's an 11. If you need him, there is a goblin behind you on the shelf.
If I need him for
For roleplay purposes.
for roleplay
Moral
purposes.
support.
No,
There is a Pathfinder goblin riding an owl bear behind you.
I took a oh good god! I took the miniatures that I had initially out because we could have played it physically, but for the podcast,
Theatre of the Mind
we thought Theatre of the Mind is probably
yeah.
the better shout.
I think it's
on this
something that's
occasion.
underused a lot.
But I may run this as a one-shot physically for another time at an event,
Yeah.
and see how we get on there.
I got a 17 for initiative.
Okay, so Billy is 17.
11.
Bride, what did you get?
11. I think the dog shares my own.
Yes, the hound will be going on your
Yeah.
initiative as well. And Baran, what did you get?
16.
16.
403.
Okay. So, as a surprise round, Belly, you are top of the list. What would you like to do first?
Well, I think considering that, the racial hatred I feel towards goblins, orcs and that sort of ilk,
and that's
clouds
the
my
only way down.
judgment somewhat. I'm just going to pull an arrow and try and shoot one of them through the back of the neck and just kill them dead, is what I'm going to try and do.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Okie dokie.
no messing.
Give us a cheeky little roll.
Okay. As this is a surprise round, would I get advantage on the strike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is still based upon the 2014 rules of
Right.
5th edition. So, yes, you will get advantage on
So
this.
this is a +4. That is a 19 to hit.
That will be a hit.
Superb. So I will deal 1d6 +2, and then a further 1d6 extra sneak damage.
He's a rogue.
So that is 6 +2, which is 8, and then a further 3, so 11 points of damage in total.
Okay. So, you
Cut
see,
its head off.
Blow his brains out.
you see this arrow shoot straight from the bow with no hesitation, purely reflexes, as it sort of flies through the air, and it goes true and impales this goblin who was none the wiser in the back of the head, and he just drops. Doesn't move.
Yeah.
And that's him dead.
The other one goes, Mum!
And then, that being the case, I would like to try and just sort of move into some shadows somewhere and just sort of try and meld in with the shadows if I can.
Okay. Well,
To,
I mean,
to the best of my ability.
the massive tree trunk is probably on your left side of this clearing, and it's about 30 feet away. So
Right.
if your movement,
No. I only get 25 feet.
okay, but if you come into that path of that
I will get as hidden as best I can.
Yep.
So yeah, and
Okay.
then that should be my turn.
Okay, and then Baran, you're up next.
I'm going to use my great bow.
That's a great bow.
It is a great bow.
Is that your bow? That's a nice bow.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I like
I
that
like
bow.
that bow.
I like that bow.
You sound more like Herbert from fucking Family Guy saying that.
I like that bow.
Is that your bow? Come on, Baran. What are you doing?
Sorry, it's maybe not. Yeah.
Herbert's in the other clearing.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
With his floppy lightsaber. Sorry.
That's no lightsaber. It's a space station. Anyway, grey bow, other goblin, shooting now.
Shootingness of death.
Advantage, correct?
Yes, as a surprise round. Yeah.
13.
13. You see as this great longbow almost dwarfs, figuratively and metaphorically, Belly's bow, which almost seems almost the size of him, to be honest. And you have this sort of great stride and moment where you line up your target and you loose the arrow.
Yes.
And the arrow just sort of veers off to the left, ever so slightly, being caught by the wind or something that you like to tell yourself that it was something out of your control. But sadly, you missed.
Fucking goblins.
See?
And their tricks.
Bigger isn't always better.
Call that a vote.
So you can either respond in Scottish or you've got a bonus action and move on. What would you like to do?
Talking in Scottish is a free action.
Fucking goblins in the fucking magic wind.
No swearing, yeah? Right.
Stupid goblins in your magic wind.
I'm not going to edit it out.
No, I think we've covered that.
Yeah.
Silly goblins.
Okay, so bonus action. Fuck it then. I'll just put the bow away. No, I won't. Okay, because I've got with this bonus round, so we've got another attack. I will keep the bow out, and I will just pass then.
Okay, are you going to move into the space of the clearing, or are you at the edge of the sort of gap space that's broken out? Like I said, the goblins are roughly about on the other end of this clearing, towards where the other one adjacent clearing is for the battle that you see ahead of you. But the goblins are probably about 80 feet, roughly, maybe 90 feet.
I'll move a good 15, 20 feet in, just sort of
To stand imposingly.
into the clearing, sort of there. It's like, yeah, I'm the target. You fucking come at me. It's like, you want to fight, you fight me.
Give me an intimidation roll.
1. Go on.
Not one.
It's not a 1.
Begins with one.
I'm good at intimidation because I have a thing.
He has a ding-a-ling, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why he's
I'm in the kill.
intimidating. They're like, there's just a big shadow over the face.
Right, I'm angry, so I have proficiency in intimidation. So it is a +4, which makes it 17.
17. Wow. Okay. With that, after seeing the one of their friends just get shot and just fall down straight, these other two seem to get quite scared of this sudden appearance of these attackers that they weren't expecting. And you see one of them just drops his weapons and just runs off into the forest, screaming. "Ah!" And then that's your turn.
Jan.
Right. What do you want to do?
How many are left?
So currently you can see one in this clearing.
Okay. And how far is it roughly from me?
It's about 90 feet.
Well, that's not 20, is it?
No, it's not normally.
I also can't run that far, so I'm going to whistle to the hound, and we're going to sort of not scout, but sort of pincer.
Flank.
Flank, that's the word. Thank
Yeah. Pincer, flank.
you. Yeah, try and flank round them.
Okay.
My full 30 feet.
Are you dashing or are you...
Prancing, or you...
I'm dashing through the snow. Yeah, why
I
not?
forgot the names
in
of
a
the
one-hand
terrain,
open sleigh?
I can't do anything else, so yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to sprint.
So you're going to dash. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a surprise round still, though. So, you'll still probably maybe get to act before the reactions of others.
My ranged weapon is a dagger, which is not great.
Okay, so because of that, at the top of the round, we now go to Belly once again.
So I'm going to move into a much more stealthy position, so that this goblin, if it hasn't already, cannot see me. And then I'm going to try and shoot it again. Or shoot this one, rather.
Shoot it.
Okay.
So
Well,
shoot
you find though that where you are at the tree, are you going to climb up on the tree or are you going to veer around the side?
At the minute, I don't particularly want to climb up anything. I wanted, I've got a line of sight on this goblin. I want to try and keep it. So if I can sort of hide within the roots, or you said it's quite a big tree. So
Quite a large tree,
If I can sort of, just sort of hide within one of the boughs or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And then try
So you're
and-
sort of peering off on the side.
Yeah, sort of, out and try and shoot this thing.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a cheeky bow shot.
Oh, that's not too bad at all, actually.
good.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20
Oh,
hits. Yes.
Will I get sneak attack damage for this?
Because you've killed his friend, they are aware that there is somebody there.
Right.
There is bow fire, but I would probably say not at the minute.
No problem. That's 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
I knew it. Really.
So you see that this goblin takes this arrow and it just clips him in the top of his shoulder, and he screams out in agony. But although he looks quite injured from that, he is still up and gnashing and gnarling. And that's...
That being the case, then I would just sort of try and melt back into the shadows of the tree as best I can and end my turn.
Okay. Give me a stealth check then, if you're trying to hide.
Dirty 20 again.
Dirty indeed. Okay. Then we have Baran. Yeah.
Okay. Great bow again. No advantage this time. Yep. 14.
14. So what happens again is you see that this large bow, and he's really sure this time. He pulls it back, and this arrow
Feast your eyes
veers
on this big shaft, you goblin.
This veers ever so slightly off, and then veers back, hitting the goblin. You may roll your damage.
Okay.
He's in wanted there. If you move the bow where you can shoot, it curves the arrow.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, so with this shot, you see this waste no time impaling this goblin straight through the centre of its body. Almost like you were wanting to aim and kill him. And it just knocks him down straight away, flat dead. Anything else you'd like to do?
What's happening in the other clearing?
So the other clearing, you can sort of, although there is a big sort of low bush still in the way, you can still hear and sort of see this this ongoing fight. Well, looks to be quite a lot more goblins than the 3 dwarves currently.
How far away is it?
So you stepped into the clearing, but only about 10-15 feet.
Yeah, about 15 feet.
The conflict is probably about at least 150 feet still from where yourself is.
I'll use my movement to then move towards the other clearing then as much as I can, which I believe is 30 feet.
You've got a full 30 feet, okay. So you're 45 feet in. Like I said, this tree is about 30 feet in, so you've gone from the side and you've just sort of ran past it with the intent of going straight and true. You then suddenly hear these large cries of more goblins that seem to not just be from the clearing ahead, but from the side, as if you yourselves are attempting to be pincered.
Clever girl.
And so you see another 5 goblins appear.
Oh my god, it's an ambush. Why did I not see that coming?
But we were the ambushers.
Yeah.
Shit.
So with the entrance of the clearing, you will see 2 on the left side where the tree is. 1 orc goblin will appear about 5 foot from the tree on the opposite side to where Belly is, and the other one will be about 10-15 feet away from your left side. On the right side, where the bride is sort of heading towards, you'll see 3 other goblins then come out, but they're currently about 20-ish sort of feet away from you. They're sort of all sort of clumped up together. But that you seem to appear is going to be their action to enter the fray.
Sure.
So then it goes over to the bride.
I'm going to sprint at the 3 that just turned up in front of me.
Yes, the first guy from the 3 on the right side is about 20 feet away.
Sure. I'm going to sprint up to him, and I'm going to battle Fury as I see him.
Yep.
And I'm going to take this great axe off my back and slam it into him the best I can. Now, I've got a level of exhaustion. That is disadvantage.
What does?
On ability checks.
Ability checks.
On ability checks.
Here's a melee attack and ability check.
No.
There you go. I get advantage then.
Because ability checks are essentially still like from the skill pool.
Checks and it's not that, is it? I get a regular attack. Never mind. That's a 9.
9.
Yes.
Okay. And you only have the one attack?
Yes, I believe so.
What about the hound?
The hound uses my attack, so I can't do anything with the hound.
Well, the hound can get an attack of its own as well.
No, it says on the bottom it uses my attack to do so.
But I'm also the Loremaster. I'm saying
That's fair.
that
Okay. You just feel bad for me, don't you?
Take the bloody attack.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm letting you
It's going to sprint at something. Sprint to the nearest one.
I was very authoritative there.
Yeah.
Well,
I am the Lawmaster.
I am the
You are, and I will never doubt that ever again.
I got
Ever.
butterflies from that.
Okay,
A little bit.
it's a 13.
a
With
13.
bite. Yeah.
A 13 does not quite hit. You see it sort of bite, and it will sort of bite around the glaive of the sort of armour, but it doesn't quite seem to sort of get to the meaty goodness within.
Yeah. Okay. There's an ability on here at the bottom of the hound.
Yeah.
You need to make a DC 11 strength throw, but it doesn't say whether that only happens if the bite connects or not.
Oh, okay. Is it
It
on
just-
an
it's
attack?
just- yeah.
I would probably say if the attack had landed,
As well as
then I would say
Yeah.
it's sort of like a grapple ability
Yeah.
sort of extension
Yeah,
of it.
cool.
But unfortunately not on this occasion. But good to know for me taking out the hound.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. You kill the hound, I kill you in real life. You know that, right? If the dog
Leave
dies,
the dog alone.
if the dog dies, Dave dies.
Mike just goes full John Wick.
well, I am the law.
I do have a patio now I can bury you under.
That's a bit dark.
That is a bit dark.
Jesus.
I might have to give some shadow points out of it.
If you find, it says grim on my character
Oh,
sheet.
no.
It's playing to the character. So I might give you a shadow point and inspiration.
Shadow inspiration.
So back at the top of the round, it goes again to Belly.
So you said that there's another one about 5 feet away from me, yes?
Yeah, it was 5 feet on the side of the opposite side of the tree. The tree seems to be about like a 5 foot space in
Right.
between. So at the minute, this goblin's about 10 feet away from you.
Does he know I'm there?
He does not know you're there. No, he does not know you're there currently.
Then in that case, I'm going to sort of put my bow away, gingerly draw my short sword,
As
try
opposed to
and,
brunette's draw your sword.
yeah, try and sort of get up behind him.
God damn it.
And I want to just sort of grab his chin, cover his mouth so he can't scream if that's possible, and just try and cut his throat.
Okay. Well, for the rule of cool, give me an athletics check.
An athletics check. Okay. That's a 16.
Okay. Because I want this to happen. You climb the tree
Okay.
and you decide that you're going to attempt to try and grab his head from the front of his face, by his jaw, lift him up and to slice his throat. So make an attack roll. But being elevated, you will get a +2 to this attack.
Oh, yes. Big fan of that. That is 15 plus 2, so 17.
That will be a hit. Roll your damage.
Max damage, 8 points.
You successfully do what you said on the tin.
Yeah.
You grab this goblin and you rip the helmet off in part just to expose the skin of his neck, and you waste no time just slicing from ear to nape, and he just flops down dead.
Yeah.
As that was only a 5 foot sort of space, do you want to use the rest of your movement to shrink into the...
I'd like to try, as I've sort of climbed the tree slightly,
Yep.
I want to try and sort of, again, stealthy as possible, get up into the boughs of the tree where I can see the entire battlefield and just start pot-shotting people for my next turn. And I'm going to silently sort of scowl at these two as if to say, what's the matter with you? They're only goblins. Kill them.
Well,
But I'm not going to see anything. I'm just... Unbelievable.
Excellent.
And then that is going to be the end of my turn.
excellent, Jeff. And so then it goes to Baran.
How far is the closest one to me?
So you got about 45 foot into the middle of the clearing. Clearing's about 120 foot, but the second goblin that was on the left, well, actually, they're probably the equal amount of space from both the one that was on the left and the other three that are on the right side. So you're probably looking at about another 30 feet to get to a goblin.
Okay.
What's your movement distance?
30 feet.
Okay, so they're about 40 feet. No. What would you like to do?
Because I'm better with the short sword, I will move 30 feet to the 3 goblins,
Okie dokie.
as is befitting my character, I believe. And I'm going to draw my short sword, and I'm going to gut these things.
I like the thinking. Show me where you go.
Love the enthusiasm.
It's all I have: enthusiasm and ambition.
You hear that
It
these
just rarely
goblins
pays off.
just not even scared of you at the minute now. They're all in number, you see. They've kind of regained their courage. They're like, yeah, come on, I'll get you. Yeah, I can't even roll a dice in a tray.
That's going to be a no then.
You can re-roll into the tray.
15.
A 15. Well, looks like you can hit. Roll for your damage.
Nice.
That is a 6, so plus 2, 8 damage.
You cleave this goblin in two with almost a effortless grace to you for a man of your size. And he just goes, oh. And he flops over in 2 halves. And that's him dead. What else do you want to do?
Just going to just hold a hand up, just doing... That's 2.
Okay, that's very nice. So that's that all done. Now, because one of these goblins is still alive, they actually rolled a little bit higher than all like below a 10. So one of the 2 goblins that are left are going to try and strike back at you.
Yes.
What is...
I didn't declare that I had the shield, so we'll say I don't have it equipped.
Oh, okay. So what is your current AC?
14. Would have been 16, but I didn't declare it, so we'll call it 14.
A 14.
14.
Well, in that case, this goblin does hit. And so, you see him trying to strike at you with not even a proper sword. It looks like a bent sword. But it seems this weird curvature that's going to sort of nab you when you're not quite expecting it. So this will be, you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So you got 1 hit point left.
No.
Okay.
Okay, but then it goes to the lady, the bride, and her hair.
Her hair.
And her hair.
Okay. I would like to continue hitting with great axes. Or at least try to continue.
Try to.
Bam. That's better. That is a 21.
That just hits, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Nice.
The damage you D12?
Yeah.
Is that
12 points of damage.
How do you want to do this goblin then?
Straight down the middle of the skull so it just sort of parts. And then I'm going to sort of grab it, throw it to the side, just step in front of the next one.
Nice. Give me an intimidation roll for me.
No. Okay. 9.
Okay. So you have this sort of very visceral sight of taking out this one goblin and then seeming to strike movement towards this next one. You sort of slip a little bit on its guts and innards, so the imposing nature just seems to not quite land how you want.
Sure.
However, you do then look down to your hound and you give it a nod. And is it going to try and make an attack on the third goblin?
It'll try and do that, yeah. No, that's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay, so that
The
won't
hound
hit, I'm afraid.
is shook up from
The
the
hound is-
visceral.
The hound's still hungry. He
execution.
sees some guts on the floor and starts eating.
Easily distracted.
Yeah.
Mutton.
Food.
Okay, so in retaliation, then this second goblin then will look at you, but then also look at this dog that's then just attacked it. And because I will go there, this goblin is going to attack the dog.
Oh,
Mate.
dog.
When I was DMing once, I threw a horse off a cliff. So don't worry about it.
And that will be what's it plus? A 13 to hit.
Misses.
So you see this goblin then try to just take a long swing, and it just
Ow.
seems to just...
Out of curiosity, what would it have rolled damage?
The damage would have been a d6 plus 1 slashing.
If you'd have rolled a 3 or higher on the damage, you would have killed the dog outright.
Then be the bones. But
the dog's going to be bones, I think.
we seem to have averted that crisis for now.
Yeah.
So back to the top of the round, it goes again to Belly. There seems to be 2 remaining goblins left. One that seems to be on the right side, on the left side nearest to yourself, and then there is one left in engagement with the 2 on the right.
So I'm not really bothered about the goblin that these 3 have got. I'm only really interested in this other one.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and snipe him best I can.
Excellent.
So.
You will still get a +2 to this from being on an elevated position.
Okay, here we go. Nice. So that's 21 total.
Weighted dice will do you wonders. Yes, please roll your damage roll. Let's see if you can...
Again, that's not too bad. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. This bow seems to be currently unstoppable, always hitting its mark, and this goblin seems to raise its shield, but being half broken and battered, it just flies through this shield with no effort, and cleaving this goblin in its sort of chest plate, looking very heavily wounded. But he's still huffing and puffing, but very, very shallowly.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I haven't really got anything else that I can do, so again, just sort of try and melt into the shadow as best I can.
Okay.
But that will be the end of my turn.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. Baran, then, what do you want to do?
I will equip my shield.
Excellent.
And
We'll call that your bonus action.
Yeah. Then I'm going to kick out of this other goblin.
You can try.
I will try. And I will succeed, because I believe.
You've said it now.
Yes.
Here we go.
That is a no.
So that's a 22 minus the 20.
22 minus 20, carry the square. Yeah, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Shit.
You try to take the swing. I think you overbear all of your weight into it this time, sort of off kilting yourself. And this goblin is a little bit more nimble and is able to sort of dodge out of the way quickly. And then before that is your turn for that one.
Mm-hmm.
As a retaliation, though, this goblin is going to try and stabby your back.
We're gonna die.
But on a nat 1, this goblin then takes both hands to the sword, tries to run forward at you, but he trips over himself, and he seems to just fall prone. Currently,
that falls on his sword and dies.
No, I thought about it, but that's not what happened.
Okay.
So he falls down.
You weren't
and he's
there,
now prone.
you didn't know.
And so then it goes to the bride.
Nice. It's that one was prone on my feet. I dropped a great axe.
Just gonna take advantage of this.
21.
That hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprising that. Yeah. Surprising that.
Surprise.
13 damage.
No.
You behead this thing.
This guy. You don't even behead this goblin's that small and weak. You just seem to sort of implode his head from the sheer impact of your axe. Leaving just this one little very, very hurt and scared goblin left in this one clearing. And you see it just decide to take as its bonus action to run away and hide as he flees the battlefield.
Can I whistle and get the dog to chase it?
You can do, but this is the one that's on the opposite side of the clearing.
Yeah,
The clearing is about sort of 60 foot wide.
The hound can get there with a dash as well, and then could go into the next round.
I mean, that's what you want to do. That's what you want
try
to
to chase him down. Get him to bring me back a goblin.
do. Some more meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Do I tackle for the next round?
Well, we'll have to go to a new round, and then, I mean, it's moved 30 feet away, and you're chasing after it. Okay, so it's currently hiding towards into the woods. You're only 30 feet away, but it will go to the top of the round, which then will be Belly.
I don't want to go on and alerting any of its mates to our presence. So if I have a clear shot, and I can move to where I can get a clear shot, I will try and shoot it again.
So it hadn't moved very much into the clearing.
Right.
It was sort of on the edge. It has darted into the woodlands. So I would say that you haven't got a clear sight this time. So it would be made a disadvantage.
Well, I'm still going to try.
But I think it makes sense that you'd.
Yeah, I'm still going to try. Oh no, that's awful. That's a 6 to hit. So I'm presuming that I just sort of bury an arrow into a tree.
Into the tree, yeah. It'd just be one of the sort of staples of when missing a shot with a bow and arrow. So then it would have to go to Bran.
So I don't have a clear line of sight on this other goblin, do I?
No, but you could take the shot with your great bow. It just would be at disadvantage.
Yeah. I haven't had great luck. What about forward into the other clearing? Are the dwarves still fighting the other goblins?
You can hear a little bit of fighting, but not as vicious as it currently was when you entered the clearing.
Like how far is it now?
You're
Can I
about
see
halfway, so it's still about 60 foot away from this clearing, but because of the shrubbery that seems to be in the way, essentially, you can't see what the fighting is going on. But it definitely looks, if it's a perception that you're sort of after, give me a perception check.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very good.
Perception +1, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you see in this clearing then that you can probably make out that the odds are definitely turned, and the 3 probably are outnumbering either 1 goblin or 2 goblins. So the clearing in that space seems pretty relevant to a similar situation out
So
there.
yeah, launching an arrow into that would be very ill advised. I will take the disadvantage shot then into the lone goblin.
Yeah.
That was a nat 20. Fuck. That's an 11 to hit.
Afraid the 11 doesn't quite hit. Again, almost mirroring it, and a similar tree on the opposite side suddenly impales with an arrow, as you guys clearly hate tree people. But other than that, unfortunately, then it would have to go to the bride.
I will do nothing and give my turn to the dog.
Did you want to try and give the dog the help action in any way? Is there a way that you can maybe try to? Is there any way you can try and convince on a command or?
Sure, I'll give it the command to hunt. That's sort of use the hunting.
Give me an animal handling.
Sure.
Over Jess.
Animal handling to 21. Or 19, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay. I think easily the command of sick and kill.
Yeah.
You will give advantage to the hound on its attack. So this goblin will try to on its turn because the hound will go before the goblin. So you'll use your movement. Go for the attack.
Do it and attack. Fantastic. Natural 1 on a 12. Plus 5 on the 12, 17.
That hits, and with only 1 hit point left, how would you like to do it?
Could I roll a 1 as well? It's just going
do
to
it.
grab and just tear its throat out.
Just go for the jugular.
It's going to tear its throat out and then drag it back to me and place it at my feet.
Can't be jugular.
Excellent.
Go for the
And almost by magic, you hear then that the fighting in the next grove seems to have also dissipated as you sort of pick yourselves up from the little fight that you just had, and you come across then these 3 dwarves in chapter 5, Celebration.
Super.